a random, well, not random, but an interesting list from the 5-0 dumps, and this seemed like the most interesting list from yesterday's 5-0 dump. As it's blatantly obvious by now, I really like these go white strategies, and this is kind of a different take on it, or like maybe we can, or sorry, go wide strategies. I don't know why I said go white. We're like maybe we can potentially take over like a board where we're behind because of powerful cards like this. But more importantly, we have a Lord in this list, which might make us okay versus, you know, like some of the green-white decks and some of the other go-wide decks. So hopefully giving that out, or giving this a try. Hey JJ, what is up? Oh my gosh, we won a dash row. This isn't something we do real often. Sand is pretty decent. Wouldn't mind a few more lands, obviously. To be honest, I didn't count how many lands were in this deck. I'm gonna guess there's 23 to 24, based on there being so many 4 and 5 drops, maybe even 25. But I don't know. A lot of these decks that lead with Swamp right now are Winding Restrictor deck, or sorry, Walking Ballista decks, and like we're really hoping that's not true here. Oh, we're on 24, okay. And we're on blue-black, so that's probably what we would like to get paired versus in a spot like this. Our hand is absolutely atrocious. Don't think I want either of these Angel Inventions even in the deck in this match, and the fact that we've drawn 2 of them and now missed a land versus what looks like it's going to be the full control build is a pretty bad sign for us. I think it's going to be pretty difficult to beat this game if they have even 2 counterspells in their hand. I think matches like this are very good in general. Just we drew the wrong cards. Hard for me to ever view that as a good play. Eh. Seems fun. No lands, etc. Don't care a whole lot about that. I guess we try to flip it and jam the Anointed Procession. It's a really bad sign that they went ahead and Vraska there because it makes me feel like they have a Gearhulk this turn. Maybe they don't. It's just a Censor, but Censor is obviously so good versus me that's just awkward to me. Alright, well, I think I'm going to start with this one. It's the one that makes almost everything we draw relevant. How you doing today, JJ? Please no untap land. Untap land would be the worst. They just had a bunch of sensors, and they've not cycled them. That's just so awkward as well. Yeah, Boot's a pretty cool guy. I like Boot a lot. They're attacking, so that 100% means that they drew a Gear Hulk. They'll think they attack if they don't have a Gear Hulk. So I'm just going to go ahead and play this, because I can play the other one next turn. Don't care if they counterspell it. They've got multiple Gear Hulks, like we obviously just lose, but like we stalled on lands forever, and that's fine. And our opponent made very awkward plays that you wouldn't think would have worked out, but did. Bottom. There's not many cards you'd put on top there, so go ahead and block. Pretty into blocking basically the rest of the game. And we have a board built. That's something, I guess. Hopefully they don't have a removal spell for the Angel. It's pretty good. Pretty good chance that they would. I guess they're attacking with that, so might as well get it off the board. I have no idea what's in his hand, but no, even if he has 2 removal spells, like we'd still kill his thing this way. I think that's probably worth it overall, but not 100% sure. Just another Gonti. Nobody cares about another Gonti. Well, that's a good draw. What do we do with that? Give all our things +1/+1 and use that. Still doesn't kill this. Okay, so they block this. They block this. They're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Probably not good enough, but just like killing 2 of these doesn't seem that good either. Alright, I guess we're just going to attack with a mile and keep our Pride of Conquerors. He's going to kill 2 of our things, and that's fine. We'll go ahead and do this just so he can't disallow it. So we break even while dealing 6 damage here. Yeah, you don't see that a whole lot. It's like only really good in the Glorybringer formats, in my opinion. And there's not a whole lot of Glorybringers right now. There's a good chance that he just filled of runes my Donto, and I'm pretty fine with that because we still have Sheffet Dunes. But we have to find something. Just won't ever beat another Gear Hulk in this spot. Right on time, other land, we appreciate you. Don't really have anything we can do here. Oh, please don't be a scarab. Great. Alright, we can't win, I don't think. Choose just another random land. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to use this turn and attack with them all. Yeah, we're just done here. So like I said, we don't really want to draw this card in this match. Pretty happy drawing all of these things. What else don't we really want to draw? I don't think we really want to draw a bunch of cats. I'll take the binding too, I guess. Because I think the cats are kind of bad. Pretty sure if we don't miss a land drop, like maybe that match is kind of easy. Drawing both angels in a match and I'm going to sideboard out angels in sucks too. Another pretty mediocre land draw, but whatever. One time? Nope. Did not get there, friends. Drawing no 2-drop either game as well. There's only 4 in the deck, I guess. Yeah, that might not be good enough. Just having 4 in the deck seems pretty weak. I think it's worth casting this. Sure, he could have a Censor and a Gate, but I need to try to flip this next turn. There's a good chance that you wouldn't have Censor in your deck still at this point. Well, that sucks. Third game in a row we miss land 4, and I don't think we can miss land 4 and beat very many decks. Not when we have 12 4-drops or higher. Another random opponent that took damage and then used removal spells for absolutely no reason. You don't know how much it tilts me when players do that play. I literally have no creature on the table. Why are they scooping here? Why are they scooping? I don't even have a creature on the table. I'm pretty sure that I'm in a competitive league. Yeah, I'm in a competitive league. What's our opponent's record? It didn't say his record? I have no idea why he conceded there. Alright, so on third inspection of our deck, like, maybe I just want the cats back. Maybe the spyglasses wasn't a great idea anyway. Yeah, screw the spyglasses. Seems better than the rest of this crap though, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting a chance to watch that movie. Alright, you can get out of the deck too, I guess. I didn't realize that there was only 4 2-drops when I sideboarded out the dudes. I really don't know what the Game 2 concession was about. Hey, look here. Maybe I shouldn't have sideboarded those back in because we certainly never want to draw that many. Alright, well, we keep this. We have a 1, 2, 3. Wait. What you're telling me makes me sad, I think. Did the Cavs have a back-to-back and I not noticed? Because if so, I did not watch the game tonight. I'm not going to ESPN. Okay, sweet. They didn't. You're talking about last night's game versus the Lakers? You got me worried for a second. I thought they I thought they played back-to-backs. I was just like, wait, what? No! Who do the Cavs play tomorrow? The Suns. Well, that's not going to be a very entertaining game. Accept your kitty doom. Meow. Meow. Mother. Hey, we had a 2-drop. I already dislike this deck compared to the green-white deck and compared to the City's Blessing deck. This deck seems considerably better, worse than both of those decks. I think I picked a poor deck tonight that just seemed kind of interesting on the outside, but I don't think in practice it's going to be very interesting. I think a check land is the lands like Hinterland Harbor, Clifftop Retreat, Glacial Fortress, etc. I think that's what they call check lands. Well, of course we don't. This is the 3rd game in a row that we've not had a 4th land on 4. And I just don't think we win very many games that we don't have a 4th land on 4. I think that's way too important to this deck. I just think that's way, way, way too important to this deck. Yeah, it's going to have the 5 from Innistrad reprinted in it. Well, I think we'd be in really good shape right now if we'd only had a land. Still not in that terrible shape if he's, like, has seemingly as bad a hand as it appears. Because his hand looks quite fantastically bad. As long as they don't have, like, Golden Demise, but even if they had Golden Demise, maybe the servos could get there. Alright. There's a good chance that our opponent's going to have a Gearhulk into Contempt here. I'm not that worried about it if they do. They still take 2 damage, they flip that, and we add 5 more things to the board with a Shefet Dunes in play. It's only bad like if they have double Gearhulk, but honestly, if he's got double Gearhulk when we don't even have a 4th land, like we can't be upset about losing those games. Like, you're just going to lose that some percentage of the time, and you can't be upset about it. Hey, Austins, what's up? Yeah, they're going back to the legend stuff. It seems like it's going to be a brewer's paradise. So they have one card in hand now? Well, that could potentially be a good draw, depending on what's in their hand. I think I'm still just going to smash them for what we can. I think they'll block the life linker, so I think it's pretty safe. I think we're just getting 6 damage in here and putting them at 11. They put a card on top is when we have to start being afraid. And they put it on top. Oh wait, they put it on top and they kept that. JK, no afraid necessary. That's roughly the best card they could have ever put on top for us. Guess I'm playing this one? It was all my servos 1/1, right? That just gives, the other one just gives everything 1/1. I'd rather play this one. Just don't think they're winning trying to beat us 1-for-1 right now. I think they have to find a sweeper. Could have played the plains, I guess. There's no reason not to. So if they put on top this time, we're definitely dead. Because there's just no card they can put on top that doesn't beat us. At all. See, if they had a second Gear Hulk, they kill this, block this, go to 4, still die. Oh, they played the land, so they're just dead. My draw was so good. I missed my land drop 4 for multiple turns, and my draw was so good. All 3 games we've missed our land drop 4 in our 24 land deck, yet our draw was so good. I will not acknowledge him. There you go. I'll make him feel better. This is my second time losing to a bad deck this league. Well, you probably shouldn't have conceded game 2 when I had 0 creatures in play and you still had like 16 life. He conceded game 2 when I had 0 creatures in play and he was at like 16 life and he's complaining about not winning? Like he wasn't trying to win. That's fine. Anyway, I don't think he's wrong, by the way. I think this deck is absolutely terrible, but I wanted to try it because it went 5-0. I think this is just worse than the Sam Black, Andrew Beckstrom City's Blessing deck, and I think it's worse than all the green-white aggro decks. I just wanted to try. I think it's worse than the black-white vampire deck. I just wanted to try it because I like trying random things. Like, I don't care if I win or lose. Playing cool stuff is fun, and this deck seemed cool. This hand... So we got this thing to pump up all of these things. Yeah, just whatever. I'm getting rid of this hand. I can find something better. Nope, I was wrong. I can't find anything better, but I'll still keep it. This deck just does not impress me. We do have a 2-drop this time though, so no, don't have a better 1-drop than my 2-drop. Don't have a better 1-drop than my 2-drop. Thank God it wasn't something to put stuff in the graveyard. Alright, we can do it, deck. One time, untap land. Untap land! No, we didn't do it. We'd been able to attack if we did an untap land at least, instead of just passing and putting our thumb in our like mouth or whatever. Alright. No! I thought we dodged him putting good stuff in his graveyard. I was wrong. Alright. We're looking good so far. There's no GPG in the graveyard. We still have like 3 turns to figure this out or something. It's just like Stone Flip Search Azcanta on turn 3. It's only ever happened to me twice, by the way, and both of them have happened within the last 7 days. Alright. We dodged GPG again in the graveyard. We're getting there. Woo! That's whatever. I guess we attack. We can actually win this game, I think. You know, maybe if we draw a land or something. Oh, he didn't block either? Wow, our opponent's a friggin' champion. Our opponent didn't block. He didn't block, does that mean he's just got an Angel in hand? No, not more things to your graveyard. Stop that. Alright, cool, we dodged again. And we're living on a prayer right now, and it's sweet. It's like working out perfectly. I don't know what we need to draw. We clearly need to draw something. Yeah, once more for the good guys. He attacked with one. I didn't expect that. That's still not a land. I just can't win if it's never a land, can I? I guess I'm attacking with these. I don't care if he kills one. It might give us some kind of random... He didn't block again. Alright, well if we draw a land next turn, there's a good chance we win, assuming he doesn't have Angel. If he has Angel, we're probably just dead or something. Not actually sure. Alright, well if he's attacking with the Minister, that means he's got a Fumigate, so now we need a lot of help. Am I supposed to block that too, just in case? 4, 7, 8... I guess I can't block that. So if I block here, we would have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I guess I need that just in case. Because that's the only way we can get a land and double Pride. I assume he just has Fumigate, though. Probably not beating the probably not beating the Fumigate deck. That's the one thing that these go wide strategies lose to is like settles and Fumigates. I don't care a whole lot about that. Would care about him getting a GPG and bringing a second one back, but I don't think we care a lot about the first one, assuming we hit a land. If we don't hit a land, it's pretty problematic. Alright, well, we hit a land, so... We could use the Scavenging Grounds here, but like we're not going to win a game where we're just using the Scavenging Grounds anyway. Like he's definitely just going to outdraw us if we do that. I'd rather try to win next turn. This is the one way that we might win next turn. JK. He's got his third Angel in his top 30 cards, so... I guess we don't win next turn no matter what. Basically just don't win now no matter what. Oh yeah, VR cast gifts, I know we're dead, but like I'm pretty sure we're dead if we give him additional turns either way. Alright, so he's gonna block here, go to 26, take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 16, 24. If he doesn't block with this, there's a chance that he dies. So let's stay here and tank like we're thinking about blocking, even though there's just no chance I'm ever blocking here. Oh wait, he's gaining 3 life too. Well shit. Yeah, we're all sorts of dead, ain't we? We're just all sorts of dead then. Forgot about that for a second. Rip. So he's technically at 30 life then. All he has to do is block and he's at 30 life. That's not a good sign. Alright, just don't think we can win at this point. I'm taking random pauses just to make it seem like I'm thinking. But I'm definitely not thinking whatsoever. I'm just attacking and hoping. Just attacking and hoping. I guess there's some chance that he just like blocks one of these, right? We can beat that, I think. Blocking this one, so each of these does 6. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. Okay. Thank you, opponent. I don't think we're supposed to win this game. But we'll take it. I don't think we're supposed to win that game. Yeah, but your problem when you bluff, James, is you constantly say, I'm going to negate that when you don't have a negate, and then you don't say a word when you do have a negate. You just sit there and you just sit there like hoping that they won't think about negate when you have it. I don't think we're supposed to win this game. I accept. This seems decent. I think this card's always kind of weird because, like, on one hand, it's really, really good to put under GPG, but, like, if we put it under GPG, it feels like the damage is already done. Actually, I think Anointed Priest is pretty good in this match. Kind of just want to put all of these in. Kind of want to put this in, too. I call all of James's bluffs. I think the cats seem kind of weak. I sideboard out cats too much. Thinking about the Queen's Companions being the next things I take out, but like, we definitely have to go wide to win. Let's take out one of these. No, I'm not going to take out those. I'm going to just take out the Trinketers, I think. Trinketers is one of the ways to come back after a Fumigate. Yeah, whatever. This is what I'm doing on the draw. I may change things on the play. Our strategy right now is him not to draw Fumigate and not to draw Settle. That seems like the best way for us to win. You got to get to game 3 first, James. You can't play versus people as weak as Rob all the time. El Mulligano, El Mulligano, El Mulligano, El Mulligano. Alright, I keep our one land hand that we could have kept on 7. Three lands, baby. What will we ever do now, right? What will we ever do? I don't think we need these stops today. Don't really have any effects or anything. Are we dead yet, opponent? I like how you can't move this out of these windows. They left these in versus us? Your 3 mana for half my card? That seems good. Yeah! Online, friends! Let's go. We're ready to party. I want these back. Decided I want these back. Give me my stops back. Our opponent's got all 3 GFGs in the graveyard. Wonder if we just drew like Scavenging Grounds in 2 or 3 lands in a row if we'd actually have a chance. I feel like we would. I feel like if we literally draw Scavenging Grounds, well, we didn't. I was gonna say, I feel like if we drew Scavenging Grounds in like 3 lands in a row, we had had a real chance. On our mulligan to 3. But we can't have everything. Are we dead yet? Yes, we're dead. Alright. I'm definitely keeping you. Definitely keeping all of you. I don't know about you. Actually, I don't know about you either. Don't know about you. Screw it. What else did I sideboard in? Because I took out 6 cards. I brought in these 2 and 4. Oh, these 4. Yeah, we're keeping those 4. Alright. We can do it, fam. Alright, this hand's keepable. It's not particularly good versus this deck with 1/2s, but it's certainly keepable, right? I was bringing in Frag for the Cast Outs and Ixalan's Bindings and Search for Azcanthus. Like, I thought I might need them to, like, free up one of my Anointed Processions or to, like, potentially attack him, or potentially get rid of one of his Search for Azcanthus, because I think that's one of the best cards in his deck. Well, this hand's pretty good, but it may not be good enough. They don't seem to have blue mana yet, though, so I guess that's something. Assuming that we draw, like maybe Runner Land or something. I'm going to play this guy just in case we draw Trinketer. And this thing. This technically gives us +1 mana on the following turn. Because like we can play the Servo Pre. Oh wow, he doesn't have any lands at all. So he has like our type of draw. Yeah, opponent kept a weak one. But we have 10 creatures we have 10 creatures in play, so he needs to draw something, and we need to brick on a land. All right. Well, we bricked on the land at least, so he had the chance. He didn't get there. All right. Opponent kept an interesting one. Ban local for potty mouth. Hey. We definitely punished a interesting keep, didn't we? Definitely punished an interesting keep. This hand seems kind of awkward. Like, we have to hit lands and we have to hit spells. That feels like too much. Alright. This hand's equally as bad. Alright, I'm going to keep you. I don't know why I'm really keeping you. Man, these hands are just awkward. Oh, cool, another blue-white deck. I'm pretty sure we just never, ever, ever want to get paired versus a blue-white deck. Just feels almost impossible to beat them. Like, we have no counterplay whatsoever to Fumigate or Settle. Would you like to counter half of my card? And we've drawn a lot of prizes tonight. That is the truth, but... Oh no, Ender Drakehaven? That's even worse for us. Not the one that can block, too. Don't you dare have it. Don't you dare play Drakehaven. Ah, wrecked. I don't know if this match is even winnable. Because now I'm in a spot to where, like, I have to overextend into attacks where Drakehavens just beat me, and if I overextend, Settle to Wreckage beats me. So I'm like in a no-win situation here? Like, I legitimately have no good plays. I either A, don't attack, and he can just make servos and play hieroglyphic illuminations, do whatever he wants. B, attack with like 2 things, but then if he has, or 2 or 3 things, then if he has double cycler, we lose anyway. Or B, attack with a mile, or C, attack with a mile, and if he has settle, we lose anyway. I like legitimately just don't think we have a good attack now. I think we have to jam. I don't think we have any other play, and I'm pretty sure if he casts settle, I'm just moving on to game 2. I'm like pretty confident if he just plays settle here that I'm scooping. He's got double 1 mana cycler, it's bad for me. Hopefully it's just single 1 mana cycler. Nope, it was double 1 mana cycler. So we can deal 15 to him, but like 15 doesn't win. Maybe I can scare him with this. I will play Proud of Conquerors. And maybe he'll double block. Would you like to double block something? Please double block something? That's not double blocking something. Whatever. You're going to 3. We tried. We tried our best. We tried our best. Oh, he's tapping something in the main phase, so we're dead. Guess I'm just gonna play this. Man, why couldn't our opponent made a play mistake? That would have been perfect. Oh, cool. Right on time. Right on time after we played our hand out. I don't even know if this was worth it, because we were guaranteed 2 tokens if we just played a Danto and used the cat. He cycled. He didn't counterspell it, he cycled. Alright, I don't care if he kills 2 of my things. So I don't care if he's got like another cycler here. I'm absolutely fine with that. I think I'm just going to attack with everything again. I'm definitely going to just attack with everything. I kind of went from I think I'm just going to do this to it's friggin' done when I just drew another spell. Problem is, this isn't even lethal. He can literally just like block one of these and go to 1 and save like any sweeper crap that he has. If that's his plan, I guess I'm going to hold the expertise. Oh. I guess I'm not going to hold the expertise then. Why isn't this game over? Why are you taking so long to kill me, opponent? It's looking like we've got a chance. It's seeming like his hand's kind of bad. Definitely just going to Chef at Dunes this next turn, assuming that we still have 6 creatures in play. Interesting main phase to do. Like he can't be making Drakevin, right? Well, that's just weird. Could care less if he has a Drakehaven, or okay, well, opponent has now showed me that he doesn't have a Settled Wreckage either, so there's literally nothing to stop me from using the Chef at Dunes. He could easily have another Cycler, but I don't even care about that. I attack you with a bunch. So, like, what? The most of them you can block is 3, so you go to 1? Huh. Yeah, well, I don't want him to gain more off of a Settle, so I guess we're just going to pass. And use the Danto and see if he can block 5 things, or see if he has, like, more Renewed Fate Friends. Could just have her ban the Sarcophagus, and that would be pretty terrible for us. Yeah, that's fine. It felt like they pressed F6. Like, that occurred very fast. Don't press F6, boys and girls. I probably never make this attack if you hadn't pressed F6. You know, you can use F3 and stuff like that. Like it always pauses on your block step, so you can press F3 and then press OK and then cast like a settle or something. But like, so few people do things like that. I probably never use that shielded. I probably never use that chef at Dunes though, if it hadn't felt like he'd played F6. Alright, so how do we sideboard versus this youngin? This card seems like it does something. This card seems like it does something. This card seems like it does something. This is good versus like his deserts and like Search for Azcantos. I don't think this card's particularly good. I still actually kind of think these cards are kind of good in a match like this, because I feel like these matches typically go pretty long. Like, I don't think they beat us very quickly. I don't really have anything I want to take out, though. I feel like all of my cards are kind of good. Am I wrong to just keep wanting to keep taking these out? Nah. Do you think the Sacred Cats are kind of good here? The Drakehaven itself is a triggered ability, not an activated ability. So unless I read this wrong, I don't think it does anything. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Kind of just don't want this. Probably going to bring these 1-drops back in onto play. I don't think Sacred Cat's very good here. Ah! Come on. Yeah, I don't think Sacred Cat's particularly good here. Alright, this hand's keepable. It's one of the better hands we've had tonight, believe it or not. It's like actually one of the best hands we've had tonight. They are a Force Sensor deck, and they sideboard in generally a couple of copies of Negate, so like it could certainly certainly become less good real fast, but it's like really bad versus a sweeper. But guess what? Our deck's really bad versus a sweeper. Do you ever cycle this that you don't have two? Let's find out the hard way. He could have just been mana screwed or something. Ooh, what a treat. What an excellent treat. No, not another Drakehaven. Yo, homie. That card's hard for me to beat. What are you doing? I don't think our opponent knows that that card's really hard for us to beat. Oh, not a second white. That makes us have to make too many decisions. If anybody thinks that I'm not just slamming Master Trinketer and going for it, they're out of their mind, by the way. I attack you for a bunch and then I get fumigated. Fun times. Let's go. I'm not even considering blocking, so he's already got the land plus fumigate. Breaks even on life but kills 3 of our permanents. And I guess we get to make a decision to turn after that. Oh, who would have ever guessed? I just want to slam this as a 4-4 or 4-3, but that's probably not good enough. I'd rather get to attack with it. They have multiple sweepers, we're probably dead, but they play like 6 to 7 sweepers. Like, how do we ever actually beat them? Serious question. How do we ever actually beat them when they play 6 to 7 sweepers? They're a really good hand, too. I'm just playing you again. You're the highest mana cost. And you're the higher impact. Really? You have Gearhulk. Sure. I think cards like this are actively bad, by the way, in the blue-white decks, because I think there's such a liability versus the Drakehaven decks that they're not worth playing. I don't think you have enough sideboard slots to, like, put cards in that are only good versus fringe strategies. Because, like, you never want that versus red deck wins, you never want that versus any of the other Drowned Catacomb decks. And you only marginally want it in versus decks like this, but like, even versus decks like this, unless you have the full 4 Fumigates and the full 4 Settled Wreckage, I feel like Fumigate and Settled Wreckage are just better cards. Yeah, so whenever you cycle, something happens. It's a triggered ability. I think this card's just trash. I don't think it's playable at all. In any deck whatsoever. But like I said, we're obviously just going to lose to this. But like, he's got all these weird cards in that makes me just think I would beat him with blue-white approach or like blue-black control or blue-black mid-range because he's like wasting slots in his deck that could be better cards. Oh, no worries. Anyway, like I said, we're just going to lose here. We have no counterplay to what's going on. I guess I'll just play this again and wait to get another like Fumigate or something used on me. He doesn't draw another Fumigate and we draw like 6 or 7 lands in a row. Maybe we could like keep up with what he's doing, but like it's just not realistic. Honestly, we're in a part of the game right now where we could actually just concede. That's how unfavored we are. He's got a search. He's got 6 cards in hand. He's got a Drakehaven. We could actually just concede here. It looks like we're still in this game, just if you look at the things on the table, but we're so far out of this game that it's insane. And that's even assuming he has no Fumigate or no Settle in his hand. But we'll play it out for the stream. Is this game 2? I think this is game 2. What are we at? We're an hour in? So we beat a gift deck and we beat something else. Beat a blue-black deck. Yeah. This is round 3. So like Master Trinket, or how it's got, well, I can't keep it up here, but you see where it's got like the little thingy and the mana cost plus the X, that's the old clear sign that it's a... I also found 3 Fumigates in this top 30. We're gonna go ahead and scoop this game. I'm not gonna bore you guys with it. Like, we're just not coming back from an active search from Cascanta. I don't know what we can do sideboard-wise to make this match any better either. Like, maybe we just need to be as fast as possible and hope they don't have it. But, like, that seems kind of bad. Definitely feel like I want you. Definitely feel like I want you. Maybe I don't want you. Maybe I don't want some of you. Maybe the Anointed Processions. The Anointed Processions still feel fine. Maybe it's just Master Trinketer. Master Trinketer's not felt like they did a lot, have they? We're trying to be fast, though. We probably want these. I guess these aren't very fast. Token decks typically beat these decks, but like, we don't have any aggressive token things. We just have like some mediocre token things. Alright, we're leading with the Legion landing on 1 because we're going to play Servo on 2. I think we have to just try to be fast. Still could have just played Sacred Cat here. It's really hard to be fast though, because on top of the Fumigates and on top of the Cells, they can just have Regal Caracal. Well, the Ixalan's Binding is actually an exceptionally good draw, assuming that we actually hit our 4th land. We did in fact hit our 4th land. We can attack for 15 next turn. To draw second Pride is probably enough to win. They play Drakehaven. We get to play Ixalan's Binding. Alright, well, do we draw the card that lets us win this game? We do not. All sorts of interesting decisions to make now. Could just Binding to search for Azcanta. Could just attack for 15 and put him at 2 and then not know what the hell to do. Think I like that. Let's just put him at 1. I tap my mana stupidly, but not super concerned. It doesn't affect anything. Not sure if putting him at 1 does anything, because like now we have to worry about Renewed Fate and Settle and stuff. Guess we just attack with 2 things then? If he's got Renewed Fate, we get real sad. This is actually probably a mistake. I probably should have attacked with everything, because that way he couldn't have Settle into Fumigate. No, that's probably dumb too. I probably should have attacked with Maybe 4 of these. That way, in case he had settle, I still had 2 attackers for the following turn. No, that's probably dumb. Whatever. He didn't have it, so we got there. Man, we've beat 2 matches in a row that I didn't expect to win. Pretty excited that we beat 2 matches in a row like that. Somebody put a lot of effort into the squid. Ooh, I like the power up a lot. Hey, by the way, hey Jade Arrow. Welcome. Nobody likes mono white tokens. Have about half our normal viewers today. Don't people love our sweet mana curve? This deck just feels like a travesty. Why are we not playing green-white? We could be like appealing some authorities right now. Oh boy, somebody offered me $1.86 on some Magic cards. Yeah, woo! I'm actually going to take it. They wanted a 12-cent discount. But that doesn't help, James. This was already a 5-0 deck that I stole. This deck has already been posted. Yes, I will give you your 12-cent discount. Enjoy, friend. Enjoy your merfolks. Wish I could just show some of the weird eBay offers I get. I get the oddest eBay stuff. Oh wow, we're not on to play this time. Hand's still really good though. Alright, we will keep really good hand. That's got, 45 lands in it, but that's fine. That's another uh-oh. If he plays a forest, we're in trouble. Please don't play a forest, friendo. No forest, please. I think I'm supposed to make this block. But you know what? I'm not going to. I think it's right to play this block, though, because if he just plays a land and a servo, like I'm in trouble. Oh, he's like vampires? Vampires is a certainly more beatable match than I thought we were playing versus. This match probably isn't good for us, but it's certainly better than what I assumed. Like, you just can't beat the authority decks at all. Or sorry, the appeal decks at all, because appeal too good. Seems like he's pressed F6. It's like going through these steps really fast, and that's kind of weird. Hey, Edwin. Welcome, welcome. We had a good hand this game. I can play this, just attack with them all still. That doesn't seem necessarily very good. I think I'm going to play this one and just pass. Please don't play a big horse. Oh, you can't play a big horse. That card's pretty good. That card's not bad at all. Alright, well, we need to draw something good. That's not very good. They can just block 5 things, so yeah, that does nothing. Probably going to have a Radiant thingy here, which is really bad for us. What are we going to sideboard in this game? The Immortal Sun and the Settles? Is that it? We can bring in the Anointer Priest. I don't think they have Wraths. If we had an Anointed, we've only had an Anointed Procession in our hand once tonight, haven't we? That card does things. It's kind of weird they tapped a Plains for it instead of just using this thing. Well, I guess they're using both of them anyway, but like that's still kind of weird. They don't have great attacks. They probably want to attack with something just to get this trigger. JK. I was wrong. They don't. Yeah, well, we're getting somewhere. Drawn more lands than permanents this game. I think we're just bringing in the Immortal Sun and the Priest. Oh god. Maybe the Settled Wreckage. Cards I don't want are probably these Sacred Kitties. We should just attack with everything. That'd be swell. That's not attacking with everything. Whatever. I don't want to put up with this stuff. Alright, now we can press F6. Could just block these, I guess. Guess it gets rid of them forever. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I guess it gets rid of them forever. Seems profitable. Could always draw like an Anointed Procession to go with them too. It's just kind of sweet. Get 2 more tokens in the other way, but this way we get an actual guaranteed activation off the Adanto. Oh god, that one's pretty good. Yeah, let's just save time and use our Adanto. Probably have to block this game or turn. Oh, and they've got this? Well, yeah, that's just wrecked for us, isn't it? Oh, wow, they're only attacking with one thing? Happy days. They've somehow went wider than us, which actually impresses me. So we have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. +5 when they attack. They have 13, so we technically would quote-unquote get 2 through at this point. So we deal 4 damage, but they gain 8 life. Oh, there she is. I'm pretty sure we're just dead, because that gives them all vigilance. We can scoop at that point. Alright. Hey, they're ready. So we definitely want this. We definitely want this. We definitely want this. Think we want these? I think these are actually kind of good here. What don't we want? Being able to fly seems good. All of our cards actually seem kind of good here. Master Trinketer seems good for like turns where we don't have a lot of mana. Maybe it's just Pride's not good enough. Maybe we're never just like getting a super quick attack in. That feels sucky though. Do I want Fragmatize? I don't want Fragmatize. I don't care about Radiant. Let's go get rid of these. I'm trying to go super wide. I'm not trying to get bigger. If I was trying to get bigger, I wouldn't get rid of the Pride of Conquerors. Because like it just beats Radiant in combat by itself. Basically, I want to get like 30 things in play and turn things sideways. I don't think I can care about Radiant. I don't think I can go faster than them. Can't keep a 1 land hand. Alright. This hand's fine. I don't think we can... I think basically our only chance to win is like Anoint Procession into a billion things. Don't want that land. Sure, we need it at some point, but we need spells too. And you'll assume over the next 3 turns that we'll draw 1 land, so... Speaking of which... I think mulliganing's absurdly bad in these like pseudo mirrors, which we're not even particularly close to a mirror, but still think mulliganing's like obscenely bad in this type of match. Oh cool, 3 lands in a row. I don't think pump spells matter a whole lot if you just go a lot wider than them. Which in theory is what our deck should do, but like, it's obviously not working out when we only have 2 spells. Like, killing a Radiant doesn't do anything here at all, does it? Definitely eating this one. Another useless spell. Alright, so we mulliganed to 5 and had 5 lands on top of our... Or sorry, mulliganed to 6 and had 5 lands on top of our deck. Don't think we win many of those games. Whee! There is no way on earth that's a good sideboard card versus me. But it's pretty darn good in this board spot. But there's 0 chance that's a good card versus me. If my deck's working, it just doesn't matter. I supposed to just attack here? It kills some things, I guess. Yeah, opponent had a good turn. Don't care if my stuff dies. I wonder what else opponent has. Like, we just can't beat Radiant here. But having a like assume this card was a Fragmentize, we still don't beat Radiant. He already does the damage when he gains the 10 life, and that's the problem. Or if he has a land, he gains like 1,000,000,000 life. That's fine. You just attack. Wow. That's just weird. That's not even lethal, right? 10, 20? Like, we don't die to this, do we? Yes, we just don't block and don't care. What the hell was opponent even thinking about doing then? That's a very large tilt. The opponent was actually thinking about attacking there with everything? And he just had that? Wow. Anyway. So I can play this and get 6 tokens. Could be my best chance to win, but I don't think we have much of a chance to win no matter what. I'm fine with it. It's my best chance. We can now have quote-unquote 13 attackers depending upon what he does. Incoming 3-1 bracket. Oh, well that's pretty good too. Oh, and that's good. Opponent has literally went wider than we have when we've had an Anointed Procession in play. Actually, the poker ended up being last night, not tonight. So they have 5. They have more blockers than we even have attackers. They did draw 8 cards. Just don't have any out. This card's done so much work. Wait, what? Actually, it does do a reasonable amount of work now. So we've definitely lost by a lot, haven't we? Might be able to attack this turn. I don't think we can, but we'll think about it. Any things that we have that can attack? 10, 13, 14, 15, 16. They have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And all of their stuff's bigger than our stuff. Yeah, we just don't have a good attack. We're just basically dead on board because we can't gain life either. Whatever. I'm just pressing the button because I'm ready to concede. We have no out. Ready to concede. It's just not true. We could have waited until we had like a settled wreckage and made this type of attack. Jund -1 counters. Got him. Too bad our opponent's gaining 1,000,000 life. And can kill our angel. Our opponent is taking too long to accept yes on this attack. I'm pretty sure I'm just scooping then. Maybe they will outthink themselves and kill themselves. Because, like, they're dead right now. They have to block some. They have to block at least 2 more things. Alright, so they're at 2 life after this attack. How they have things set up right now, they're at 2. Alright, so now they're at 6. It's not productive. Like I said, I'm pretty close to conceding. Like, we have no out. And like all they have to do is draw Sanctum Seeker and we're dead. It is not a productive attack. But the game's already over. So you blocked something else, so that will I leave you at 10 then. No, you're at 12, I guess, now. Yeah, you're at 12. It's the game's over, we're about to concede attack. He's got a land, we're dead. Like, we're dead on board to a land. Or a Fatal Push. Or a Radiant, or a Legion's Landing. Like, we're dead on board to all of those things. What do you play? I didn't see. Oh, Danto? Sweet. Not dead on board to Danto. You stand alive. That card does nothing. That card does nothing. Guess next turn we can play an Angel plus that. Assuming there is a next turn. Sure, probably not. Oh, we're not. We're dead this turn. So we had to draw a settle to even have a chance versus them, and we still don't really have a chance. Alright. So we just die. Rip. There goes the 5-0. Well, like I was saying earlier, I don't think this white deck beats any of the other white aggressive decks. So like the green-white decks, the City's Blessing decks, the Vampire decks, I think all of those decks are probably going to be good versus this deck. And I think you're probably going to be bad versus the blue-white Fumigate decks like Gift, Approach, and Drake as well. Like, we just want to get paired versus red decks and blue-black decks, right? Like, that's what feels like it's good, that we're good versus, which means, like, this Angel and this Trinketer probably don't need to be in the deck. It seems odd that they're in the deck. This Trinketer's been very bad for us, hasn't it, overall? I think it was useful in, like, one game. Overall, it's felt pretty bad. Only having 4 2-drops has felt pretty bad as well. If I'm not mistaken, we won the 3 rounds we were on to play so far, and we've lost the one we were on to draw. But I think we lose the one that we were on to draw regardless whether we're on to play or to draw. Alright, we keep. This hand's fine. It's one of the better hands we've had. We just have to hope that we're not playing versus like snakes or something. That's actually probably the best hand we've had, in all honesty. We're like probably missing a Legion's Landing from it actually being the best hand we've had so far. That card's insanely good versus us. Like, just absolutely insanely good versus us. Best one drop in standard right now, Beaumont Courier. It's kind of weird that they would take a point of damage here. Not sure why you even play that card if you're willing to take a point of damage. I think you just wait till you have like 4 mana. Sure. Best 2-drop, definitely Glint. It's kind of interesting. I think I'm just going to play this one. I'm really trying to get him to pop this. Sucks, by the way, that we missed our 4th land drop again. I think we run away with this game in a manner that we just can't lose if we don't miss the 4th land drop. No, Danto's not particularly good. But Danto's one of the most overrated cards in Standard. It's like pretty much only good versus the blue-black control decks and the Grixis decks, and then it's like not even great versus Grixis. Because the Whirler Virtuoso's so good? If you could cast it on 2-drop on turn 2, I would agree with you. That is not an easy thing to do, friend. So I guess this is Gonti, and Gonti's pretty good, especially when we're missing lands. That's not missing a land. Alright. I think I'm just going to cast this one then. Seems like we're playing a longer game than I want, so... Best removal? That's difficult. You mean like spot removal or removal spell? I think the answer to those questions are different. I'm going to start with this one. It's a good chance there's like commits in his deck, and there's one Supreme Will often, but like overall it seems like it's the better play. Just gonna go ahead and play you. That way I can attack with you. Contempt's probably the best removal if you're counting like all the 4 and 5 drop removal and stuff. But when I hear somebody ask what's the best removal, I generally think about 1 and 2 mana spells. Alright, so could just attack with all of these, which seems fine. I think that's what I'm going to do, actually. I don't think this turns out that bad for us, especially with what our hand is. It just doesn't feel like this is that bad for us, no matter what happens here. I'll take 6 down to 7 like this. I'm just lucky he killed our Anointed Procession. Because oh boy did we go wide. Thopter Arrest is pretty good too. What could our opponent have here? Opponent's a 6 life. I don't think I even care what he has. Could have like a Gear Hulk, bounce this, block 3 things. Okay. Not sure that changes much. Yeah. Didn't think that changed much. I think I want to get these out of my deck. Him being able to steal these with a Scarab God just seems too impactful. Kind of think this might be good here. Like, we can call Scarab God with this. So I'm not sure if that's a good enough reason to play it or not. If they're playing Control, we'd want these treasure maps, but they're kind of not a Control deck. They're kind of a mid-rangey deck, so I'm not sure that I want those. Thinking about these cards. This is the Servo deck. Yes, Tacos. Feels okay so far, though it's not great. I think I'm just going to drop one of these. Maybe I should get rid of a Sacred Cat on the draw. I don't know how good these Spyglasses are in general. Spyglasses seem kind of bad, don't they? Maybe the Spyglasses should have been something else. Got our hands fine, I guess. The best land search for Azcanta. Filter Rune's pretty darn good right now. I can't say anything disparaging about Field of Ruin. Field of Rune's real powerful. Azcanta's by far, if we're counting those. Like, it's not even close. Azcanta's so far ahead if we're counting that type of spell. I don't think we're counting that, though. So that means it's probably Field of Rune. Unknown Shores hype. It's a dusky fellow. Well, we had an aggressive draw, but it may not be good enough. Because I feel like I need to play the Anointed Procession next turn. That gives him way too many opportunities to kill the Master Trinketer. Not actually sure what the right play will be. I guess it'll depend a lot upon what he plays. He plays actual nothing. I think I'm just attacking and letting him contempt this. I'm attacking either way. So let's get that out of the way first. And then, based on whether he uses a contempt or whatever, we'll make our decisions. If he uses a moment of weakness, we might try to save it for Pride of Conquerors. But I assume it's a contempt. Oh, it's a commit? It's pretty bad for me, isn't it? So we might not ever get any value off this Anointed Procession. We didn't take out any of our token producers, though, did we? Guess we took out these. Maybe we can shave on these then? This Legion is definitely a good card. Well, that card's insanely good versus us. Huh. Don't like this. Think I have to call it on this? Badly as I don't want to. I'm pretty sure I'm just dead if the Walking Ballista stays in play. From the board state we're currently in anyway. Don't care too much about Liliana. At least that's good. Alright. So far we're at least doing things. It'd be hard for us to beat a lot of cards here. Oh, well, you brought in Duresses. That sucks. It's a reasonable card, but, like, it sucks for me. Mayfield have ruined my Sheffet Dunes, which would suck, too, because that means he probably has a Fatal Push. Dodge that bullet, I guess. Am I supposed to just bash with my Vampire Bros? So this is at 7, so I need to attack everything onto this? Oh god. It keeps getting worse! This is supposed to get better, but it keeps getting worse. I think we're just dead. How can we win? We have to attack this thing. We have to attack it with at least 5 things. He just crews this, blocks here, eats this, eats this. We do 2 damage to that. He still has 3 blockers, and we can put 4 things in play. I'm pretty sure we're just dead. It's been the worst card in the deck so far, but I guess it's a card. Sure. Opponent brought in Golden Demise too. A lot of these decks have cut Golden Demise because as a one of, it's not that great. Alright, you got me. I just don't think we have any out from this board spot. Maybe if his hand's weak and we drew something like expertise, we could do it. We could probably win if we hit exactly expertise and their hand was weak. It's probably our best chance. Or it's probably our only chance. Wow. I guess we're just going to take that damage. Are you an expertise? You are not an expertise. Glint has to attack for you to get the energy. Not just tapping, it actually has to attack. Guess we're gonna kill our chef at Dunes here, probably. That's brutal. So now we're down to 6 1/1s. This guy's done too much work this game. He did kill 2 Master Trinketers, so I guess they did something. What's our outs now? To attack that with everything? Doesn't feel to me like that's going to win. We attack you, Liliana. A bunch of things that won't trade. Or only trade, rather. Sorry, I misspoke. Kinda hard to smash the face when he can just ultimate this and kill all my dudes. I'd rather at least take some of his with me. So get rid of Champion of the Wits before he can buy it back. It's not particularly good, but it's one of the best things we can do. Apparently James has a very, very long delay. This has happened like probably over a minute ago on my screen. What do we got going on here? Oh, cool. Alright, well we just have no out. I think I'm going to play another turn or two just to try to see if we see River's Rebuke. But there's nothing we can do here. We put up a pretty decent fight considering we drew 10 land and 8 spells and like one of our spells was a complete blank. So maybe I should be sideboarding some of these out. What would I bring in though? Okay, I legitimately don't think I want any creature in my sideboard. So if I don't want any creature in my sideboard, what am I supposed to bring in? I don't really want the sorcerer. Maybe I can bring in another sorceress spyglass because of this thing. Am I dead? I should be dead because like I'm not blocking. I'm dead anyway, right? Yeah, I was dead anyway. Like, I think this card's like just really not that good here, but yeah, the procession in this deck has... these two cards have just not been very good in this deck at all. Alright, we're going to run it back on to play, maybe a little bit more aggressive. We brought in the Spyglass because of Liliana and Scarab God, and maybe like some Search for Azcanta or Walking Ballista nonsense, but maybe I'm supposed to bring this in as well. I don't think I want Treasure Map. I don't think we win if we go long, do we? Do we win if we go super long? Maybe we do? I'm not sure. I feel like we want this game to end at a medium pace. Whatever, I'll try them. I don't really like Master Trinketer anyway. No, it doesn't. It does not. I will still be streaming Tuesday, probably roughly normal time. Well, no, probably earlier than normal time because of the Super League. Maybe I want this more than this. Feels like we can curve out a little bit easier like that. Hey Corey, what's up? Oh god, this hand's terrible. I'm going to keep it. But it's pretty terrible, especially because we know they have duress and counter spells. Don't really want to mulligan with this deck. I don't think this deck mulligans well at all. I think we're going to have to get pretty lucky, though. If we draw, like, a single land and probably our top 2 cards, the game's probably over on the spot. So we pretty well feel like we have to basically hit spell, or we're dead. Well, strike 1 on spell. So we're probably just dead now. That and Baffling End are probably the 2 worst spells in the deck. This one's even worse than Baffling End, so this was probably the actual worst spell in my deck in this spot. So he's played nothing. He's literally just went 1, 2, 3, nothing. His deck doesn't do that, so he's guaranteed has the Golden Demise in his hand. But I don't think we can afford not to play this. We hit 2 lands out of our first 3, by the way, and I just don't think we can win like that. Guaranteed he has Golden Demise. This is just 100% Golden Demise here. 110%. If he chooses, he might not even play it, but there's almost 100% that's in his hand. And he hit a duress, so now he knows like the road's clear and there's no reason not to play it. Told you, it was 100% how he played this game. And we draw another terrible card. Well, we didn't even get to play Magic this game. I feel like this is a very favored match for us, but whatever. Sometimes you draw 7 land, 4 spells, and 2 of your spells are total blanks. But it was 100% that he had that. Probably conceding if he plays anything good here. The Gonti. Gonti's probably makes me concede. I don't know. Can't beat this at this point, so we have to draw like... We literally have to draw like Sorcerer's Spyglass, Ixalan's Binding, Expertise, or something from here. And his hand be marginally weak. Could have used Scavenging Grounds, but to get rid of the champion, but I'm willing to concede, so I don't think there's any point. I don't know if I like that, Keith. I think it just makes you so much worse versus the mirror matches that it's just not worth it. Anyway, so we got smashed. We drew 2 spells, though. I mean, you're never going to win a match with 2 spells. 80 play points. 3-0 into 3-2. Feels bad, man. Alright, so this deck was just bad. I didn't like this deck at all. I don't think there was anything reasonable about this deck at all. The Angels felt bad, the Anointed Processions felt bad, the Master Trinketers felt bad, only having 4 2-drops felt bad, the sideboard felt awkward. Heath, you're a maniac. Just no part of this deck felt very good, in my opinion. Like, I'm not actually sure this deck's playable. So you don't see this very much on our stream, but this is how bad I think this deck is. Delete. I think that deck's that bad. I think that deck's that bad. I think if you're going to play a wide aggressive deck, that you want to stick to the decks like this, or like this, or like one of these. The mono white's just not worth it, though. I think this deck's, well, apparently I deleted it, but whatever. Oh, I think this deck's pretty good, except these Suncrested Mares should be Champions of Dusk. But yeah, in general, like, the mono white one was just really bad, I thought. This deck seems interesting to me. Feels like it changes the mirror match, and not just the mirror match, but the mirror match and the blue-black control match a decent amount. I also think it's kind of bad versus red deck wins. Deletion? I don't know what I said that sounded like deletion. My bad. So I like this deck. I thought this deck was pretty good. I think the biggest problem with that mono white build was it only had 4 2-drops, and I feel like you just have to do something on turn 2 in this format way too much. And when, you know, if you go through like all of the playable decks that are not the blue red control deck. So if you go through all of the decks that are not the the blue black control deck, like turning 1 and 2 is just beyond important in all of these decks. Like even the decks that are like, or something like Nine Monsters. Like if you look at Nine Monsters, like it's still just loaded with 1 and 2 drops. You can't afford to get behind in this format. And playing a deck like that mono white deck that I just deleted and playing like Allegion's Landing on turn 1 and passing on turn 2 just isn't going to win games. Or like playing Allegion's Landing on 1 and a Cat on 1 just isn't going to win games. But like even these brews that worked out pretty well, like they're still just full of things to do on turn 1 and 2. Like even a deck like Abzan Tokens, which is a very slow deck, is just stock full of like 1 and 2. The Snake deck, stock full of 1 and 2. The Adonis Climb deck, stock full of 1 and 2. The old the Mono Red Monsters deck. Like, you just need more spells on these turns. Even like blue black, or even like blue black mid range. Like, you have just a ton of 1 and 2 drops. Like there's 12 1 and 2 drops. And this is a controlling deck. So with the mono white deck, we had 12 2-drops. But that's with an aggro deck, or 12 2-drops if you include the Cats and the Legion's Landing, which like the Cats and the Legion's Landings are less good past turn 1, but like that's an aggressive strategy. And the mid-range strategies do that in this format. So like it just felt considerably weak. Like everything feels like it revolves around setting up an early board stage or early board presence, with the exception of like blue black control, which I don't have a list here. Even our black red mid range deck, just chock full of like 2s and 3s, or 2s and 1s rather. Rip, I can't talk. But yeah, I didn't like it. You guys don't see me delete decks very often, but like I would not play that deck again. I did not like that deck. It had too many awkward cards. Like you can 5-0 with it, or you can play it if you want to. Like it's going to beat the right matches, but like it definitely needs more early game slanted. Like we had 12 drops that cost 4 and 5 in our mono white servo deck, which just seems sick to me, especially when Master Trinketer like is just basically a 3/2 Lord for 3. Until you're getting on like turn 5, 6, and 7. Maybe even 6 and 7. I don't know. But I really like these green-white decks. This deck's probably my favorite one of them at the moment. If I was going to a PPTQ tomorrow and I did not own Scarab Gods, which, spoiler, I don't. Wink, wink, hint, hint. I'd probably play something similar to this. The cool thing about a deck like this is this deck doesn't really care if you sweep it. Like, you get so much value out of this card, you get so much value out of this card, you get so much value out of these cards, and then, like, sweepers aren't particularly good versus these. So, like, you're not really doing a whole lot except turning off a pill when you cast the Golden Demise with a deck like, against a deck like this. I think this Cats probably doesn't need to be in the main deck, but anyway. So that's going to do it for me tonight. I'm going to hop off here. But I think that's one of the things that makes the green version of the deck so powerful. It just feels like it has value in every slot no matter what version of the deck you're playing. Even like the more aggressive versions, right? Like you don't really care if you get the Golden Demise. You don't care if somebody plays Sweltering Sun versus you. You don't care if you get settled. Like, you don't want any of that stuff to happen, obviously, but like it's not the end of the world. And the fact that other decks are having to alter their deck to beat you is great, because that just makes them a little weaker versus each other. This should not be Crest. This is an old, outdated build. Ignore that. But yeah, so that's gonna do it for us tonight. We cashed with the servo list, but like the servo list seems like it's the weakest of the wide aggressive decks that I played so far. So I'll stop rambling. Nobody wants to hear me talk. I'm gonna find somebody to host. Yeah, Heath, you have the worst timing ever, friend. So Brad Carpenter looks like he's playing Grixis Death Shadow, but I don't really host modern players. Rossum's playing humans in modern, but again, I don't host modern players. So I'm going to host the Aggro Fiend guy. Says he got 6th at the Modern Classic, which is kind of nice, and he looks like he's playing green-white tokens. I have no idea which build he's playing, but hopefully he's playing this build that I like a whole lot. Anyway, take care, everybody, and thank you all so much for stopping by.